been learning how to do it.
Please like the live as you come in. We back. We back, y'all. I had to get myself together while I had a break real quick, but we back. Okay, y'all. So before we start, I just saw it in the chat. And I'm going to pull it up real quick because I saw Lauren sent me the Trooper Paul. I'm scared to watch it. So give me just a second. I got to get it pulled up.
Pull up, bitch. Pull up, bitch.
Wait a minute. I wish my Jawad Turk asleep. Mm-hmm. My niece sleep. I would have let my niece see this too. Okay, that's day 27. That's day 20.
Who said this? Who said this so bad?
And y'all feel you want to come see it. So it's on. So someone on my live, she did a when I'm watching it, she did a compilation of my reactions to this testimony. Mm-hmm. So it's me. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay, y'all. Thank you, Lauren. So Lauren did this. Lauren did this. So I'm finna play it. Y'all said y'all want to see my nephew reaction. So he gonna look at some of people. I hope he understands it. He might not understand it all. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta put the
direction that they would have traveled.
Pull up, bitch. Pull up, bitch. Pull up, bitch.
Travel for the pedestrian, showing that this is the direction that they would have traveled.
Tested whether or not he traversed, did you?
Come on. That's one of the lawyers.
You just said.
What do you mean?
Oh, look, one of them has matte finish. One of them.
Question. I'm talking about the tail light. We're talking about the tail light. Yeah. Are we talking about the tail light? Are we talking about the bumper?
Yeah, we were talking about the tail light.
So one person at a time. You both talk.
That's what you were suggesting.
Yeah.
I'm saying it didn't match verse.
You didn't test whether or not
the picture of the traverse.
Yes, this is a formation.
Yeah.
I say when I yes or no question, Trooper.
Yeah.
But
Mr. Jackson, just for there's no jury here. This is for
no.
Did you ever do any force multiplier tests? The SUV's convex taillight.
No.
Did you ever do it?
I've seen crashes where headlights have struck other vehicles. That's kind of where the experience comes from.
Fair enough. But I'm guessing that those crashes are probably different speeds and higher speeds. Where the car was going in reverse at about a half a mile an hour.
Who
the hell he
called in?
But I have seen testing for.
Okay, so he's really. I hate to call the man dumb, but he is a trooper, and he is the person who did this reenactment of her car. Mm-hmm. So he's supposed to be trying to tell us how he thinks it happened, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. They said he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's supposed to know, but he just doesn't.
Or feels at low speed impacts.
A cracked taillight.
No, just a little bit of rub off on the paint.
Or
what is wrong?
Damage to either car, nothing observable. Right?
Convict crashes. Shit. Has he no physical damage on a car?
Or just in common sense, just everyday life. The Jiffy Lube makes contact and drives away, and there's no damage.
Not normally. It's usually something with car and car impacts.
What's something?
A crack or a paint, something, chip, scratches.
Right. And we're caught off guard. I use the word at sidebar ambush, and I know that rankles the court, and the court doesn't like it. But I'll see if I can come up with a synonym for it.
Well, I understand your argument so far.
And here's the thing, Bev. If you're hearing it on both sides, then shit, you need to get something together. I thought I stopped. I know it shouldn't be on both sides. Somebody, it's a word I've been hearing from both sides. What is it true?
Opinion, and then the first time he discloses this opinion is in front of
it was then shown to discovery, so there's no violation. Understood.
Stick to what the arguments are, and
with respect to this witness,
hold on. Quit the finger pointing, name calling, things like that, please.
What the hell going on? So he didn't turn it over. He lost, y'all.
So it's late.
In other words, she was cross-examined about it, or that predated her testimony. It was in the possession of the Commonwealth, or at least in the possession of Lieutenant Tully. That's what I was talking about. I just want to make sure that you don't need.
Hell no.
All right. So I can't read your report.
I
So
read my conclusions based on what they asked me to do. Okay.
yeah. So I can't.
On Fairview Road, in Area 34 Fairview Road.
Mr. Lally, break this down. Ask simple questions so that the witness can answer your questions. We don't need.
My nephew said, "God damn it, call me Trooper Paul." I'm looking like him at the testimony.
I'm saying just as confused as he is. Oh God.
My nephew said I'm just as confused as he is. I swear.
Need a narrative.
From your investigation, what, if any, conclusions did you come to as to where this collision occurred?
All right. So
Oh shit.
on the night of Saturday, January 2022, at approximately 12:45 hours, a 2021 Lexus LX 570.
Can you slow down?
Yes.
So forget all that part,
Okay.
Trooper.
All
Just
right.
answer the question that occur.
Oh,
Occurred in Area 34 Fairview Road.
And who, if anyone, were the participants in this collision?
I'm gonna get y'all.
The operator appeared to be Karen Reed,
Oh,
and the
poor man.
pedestrian,
Oh,
and
look at
to
him.
the left side of the house as you look at it from the front.
And as far as the vehicle, what, if any,
waving
directionality?
Was traveling in reverse
I'm trying
along the southbound traveling north
He trying.
And how fast was the vehicle traveling in over what
area.
What?
Now, as far as the vehicle itself,
So are we to believe she drove down the whole damn street in reverse? Yo, baby, we 4 minutes in. My nephew said, "I'm just trying to see why he said pull up, bitch." Why would he say that?
They started to piss.
now, sir, with respect,
Thank you.
He probably didn't even want to ask that. Oh, I know he didn't even want to ask that. You gonna holler when you see it.
So throughout my investigation, this appeared to be a single car collision of higher acceleration when
I know. Pick it up again.
accelerated at a high rate of speed before she struck the pedestrian John O'Keefe on the roadway and subsequently left him at the scene.
and with respect
Y'all hold up, y'all. My nephew need to hear this. He lost. He don't know. This the little boy. He come out. He the one holler out. He the one said it. He was talking to some kids that was bothering him. He said, "Pull up, bitch."
So that's what they on the court about.
They asked him, did he say it? Yes. So it's like a theme in the trial. Pull up, bitch. Then he said that bang bang. So it's just from the trial. That's what y'all had to help my nephew out. He just
I'm sure, like, man, what the hell is going on? We done went from a murder trial to what this is.
show him Jackson. Oh, they okay. It's actually the attorney saying it. Let me say, he said he the one said pull up. He's the one whose voice you heard on there. Y'all, because no millionaire left behind. My nephew is left behind right now.
I'm gonna just start clicking on your live, man.
I
That's what
don't even see it
doing.
quick. I don't even see it quick for me to show it to him. Mel, show him that small part. Hold up. Y'all, I'm trying to find it so I can show him. They want you to see that part. Hold on. Jackson Poole. It was the lawyer, actually. That's the voice you hear.
Him right there? Or the
No,
one-
that's the trooper. Oh, here it is. With the lawyer actually saying it. It's a video.
Bang, bang. Seriously?
That's the lawyer who said it.
The one that's questioning him.
Yes, that's the lawyer. He actually said it. He actually said it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell my yes, nephew, jump in the live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start tapping in, man.
She said, now this one, BG, you see Blind Girls Read too. She said, you don't need to be on this live. They already at your neck and we go together.
Damn, she hard. She hard. I'm scared of her. She said I'm off limits already.
Okay, they want me to show you the actual clip. Hold up. They want me to show you the actual clip of it. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't seen it to show him. Y'all, I'm trying to see if I see it. I hadn't seen it. Hold up, Alan Jackson. Let me put Karen Reed. That'll probably help. No, that might not help. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it. If I find it, I'll show it to him. But I don't see it. I don't see it, y'all.
To the back.
He needed his report to say that. They want you to see that. He needed his report just to say that line. Lord Jesus.
Safety system that you observed in this vehicle and made use of in the course of your visibility analysis. What, if any, role do you, in your opinion, that
They would have cleaned the mirrors off. They would have made the cameras and systems, if they worked. They didn't work.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kiss, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you. Pause and hear this. Hold on, y'all. We have to do something special. Hold on just a second.
Thank you for gifting Millionaire Mail membership. Appreciate that.
There we go. There we go.
That.
We got a new little welcome tonight.
I'm gonna have to gift you too. How I gotta join? What I gotta do to join?
Are you not subscribed to my channel?
I'm definitely not.
That is messy as hell.
I'm
oh my
right.
God.
I'm gonna do right,
That's
man.
messy. Oh my God.
I be liking it though. That don't count.
Do y'all know this is my very first nephew? How messy is that?
That don't count though. If I like it, I got you. I'm gonna go right now. So my new phone upload. I got you. Word is bond. Hey, you good though? I'm gonna go, man.
She talking about, you good though? Wow.
I got you.
You think you know people?
You ain't never tell
Been
me.
knowing him their whole life. Been knowing him his whole 29 years on this earth. He talking about, I'm definitely not. They said he ain't slime no more.
I'm finna be slime. I'm gonna go get this membership.
Yes, baby. Duke done got replaced with the welcome messages, baby. I got my nephew on deck. I can get him on the phone anytime.
I got you though.
Hold up. They want to know before you go, did you like, he ain't never seen it, y'all. He's never seen it before.
What that is?
He's gonna get it when he see it though. Don't you come over here with that. Okay.
All right, let me put it down.
Hold up. Here, come over. Come over so I can see you.
What, you made this?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
I mean, what this is Zeta? Like a little Zeta?
He gets it.
It's like a Zeta pottery or something.
He gets it. He gets what it is.
You made it?
Yes. They're laughing because for those of you who haven't seen it, so I had in my group therapy, we're supposed to like make something that reminds us of the person we're grieving. My mom was a Zeta. They laughing because no, my doves don't all look like doves. That one looked like it's actually on some type of medication. Not medication. Y'all know the other word. This the only one that look okay. He knew what it was though.
I mean, you know, it's all right. It's decent, you know.
That's my man.
It's decent.
The one they said you took too long. Kylie said, give me that. Kylie said, what are those fishes?
I know she didn't say fishes.
She said fishes.
I know you did correct.
You already know. I said fish. Baby, that crap. I love you too. I'll see you later. Let me.
All right, TikTok.
This YouTube.
This YouTube?
This YouTube.
See, I didn't thought you were my fault.
This YouTube. This not TikTok.
All right, YouTube. My bad, y'all. I don't want no problem.
Tell me it's decent. They said you ain't worth a damn.
Hey, it is. You know, put a little more arts and crafts in there, but ain't nothing wrong with it. I see where you were going, though. I see exactly.
Yeah, he said I could have put a little more arts and crafts into it.
Right, you say love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Oh my God. That boy said it's decent. He lied. He gonna talk bad about me in the group chat. As soon as somebody bring it up, he just trying to be nice. He trying to be nice, but he gonna talk bad about me in the group chat when he see that when somebody mentions that dove again, those doves again. BG said I ain't seen shit. Do y'all remember the day I realized that BG's name meant that she was blind? BG, I'm never gonna forget that day. I said it took about four-year posts for me to understand. Oh, it said her name says blind girls read too. It took 4 posts before it clicked in my mind. Oh my God. 4 posts for it clicked, but we've been locked in ever since, baby. And if my girl look like she needs a description, we gonna stop this live and we gonna make sure BG know what's going on. We gonna set the scene, baby. Oh my God. Okay.
No.
How about in kinematics?
Oh, he just got it.
No.
What's the highest degree that you do hold, sir?
I have an associate's degree.
In what?
Administration of justice.
Oh God.
You mentioned kinematics.
Oh shit.
Kinematics is a somewhat modern discipline of science.
I'm not sure.
Physics, correct?
Yes.
It describes how points and objects.
I mean, it deals with the travel and speed. If something's moving, it also has a speed to it.
Or is acceleration?
Sure.
What role does acceleration play in the field of kinematics?
Oh my God.
What role?
Oh,
So what role does acceleration play in kinematics?
Right.
Trouble boss. Trouble boss. They told me, AJ. Trouble boss. I came to testify. Not take a pop quiz. Oh, like could Lally have given him a study guide or something? How's this man gonna make it through? He needs a study guide for this day. How's he gonna make it through this shit? How is he gonna make it through this? That man said, I believe the word you're looking for is acceleration. Oh my God.
So that constrained and unconstrained.
Constrained, unconstrained.
How the word we gonna do it? It's crazy.
Do you actually understand
No.
the physics behind the word you learned in class?
Oh shit, he said
Yes, we had to go over the see within data of a pedestrian striker. In my report, I do say I can't say that is definitively where the pedestrian struck. Definitively, yes.
Okay. So
did y'all hear the court reporter? You cannot say, baby, this just can't get any worse.
It's when I say when it's consistent, it's because there's the other aspects of it is the fact that the accelerator is.
Every time somebody.
You probably like fuck you in your head. I know that's right, you Paul. You probably up there drawing 6 people talking about fuck AJ. What math he do?
When we say projected, we mean
Well, he said it
the whole way.
What?
I don't have listen to the final rest.
So you.
Wait. What?
Shoes are strapped on by definition, right?
It just did.
And somehow.
you got it, Mr. Jackson. Don't do it again.
So
You understand, but don't do it. Your answer's always, I understand. Don't do it.
Do it again.
Cell phone in one hand.
Baby, this is a shit
you were
show.
informed.
That's what she's saying. Damn.
I
was mad.
I can remember. I was told that I knew it was Boston police officer involved.
That's great.
Damn.
Thank you for the summary. Who gave you that summary?
I don't know if it was definitely anybody from the get-go. That was the person. There was multiple people going around when I got there.
Finley was kicking his ass.
I know the phrase, yes.
You know what it means?
Mm-hmm.
If you say so.
If you say so. You pissed now.
Collision.
What?
And
Answering
No,
next
it's
question.
not.
Then
you guys
go
have
ahead.
scientific
Hold on.
description.
Baby, AJ said he's goddamn tired of her letting them witnesses just go on. Listen, non-responsive. Why? What is wrong with Big Bell?
Practice where?
Hold on. Ask
Sorry.
your question, Mr. Jackson.
Dry bang.
You know what?
Yeah.
Any evidence whatsoever that you can.
Get that lady her car back. She just got that damn car. Baby, Trooper Paul ain't gonna have no water in that damn fucking jug. Baby,
You
he's not
said,
gonna have any water.
Quote,
Would be,
Paul is going through
but
that water,
there's no way to say that specific just here.
I'm not being brought up. Let me ask it a different way. Let me ask it again. Is it possible to change your opinion
Objection.
about that glass?
The initial
Wait. I'm gonna let it play because I think I'm tripping.
inspection.
I'm tripping.
So what me is the crime scene talk.
No, what you was tripping?
Yes.
No. I ain't no fucking.
I don't know what else.
Wait. Is he saying this shit, girl? The actual crime scene focus? Is he saying the crime scene as in the lawn? Yes. Is he wait, y'all? Is this for real? Hey. I know AJ ready to throw something at him. He's okay. I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear that. He said, "I asked, is this glass from the cup?" Did y'all hear this? He asked the crime scene, "Is this glass from the cup?"
Like the crime scene when I was at my inspection, at the initial inspection.
Oh my God.
So what you me is the crime scene talk to you.
Yes.
What did he say?
Crime scene say anything else?
I don't know what else you want me to say.
AJ said, did he say something else?
Trooper Proctor tell you that?
Okay.
On it, all I said was glass from a cup.
Oh,
That's the only opinion I had. It's glass cup.
look at that water. I knew that water was coming. I need Emily. I'm
Okay.
They gotta be hating on me, even though it's me. They are like me.
No, it measured from.
Me?
He just said he was here. So
No, I don't get this. I don't get how he's here for this long.
Thoughts, meaning,
Yep.
no, that was done.
Nope.
Right.
Not even we're there.
from.
Yes, you
Guess
did.
at his
Bev, how he didn't get? Okay. What did you use? I'm gonna send Bev some hair oil. Well, thank you for helping me understand the difference between a U-turn and a three-point turn. Thank you.
And also the diagram.
The prosecution should definitely call him again.
had to be started, the ignition had to be turned over, and
I'm
going back
Chris too.
34 Fairview at approximately 12:15 a.m. That would be another key cycle, 11:59.
That's it, Roseanne.
Right?
It's possible.
It's possible. Why would you say Roseanne?
I want to be clear. The reason that
Look at Karen. I know that's right. Kissing his ass. Oh God.
Not in that way.
He is up there going through it. Do you hear me? No, I feel it.
yeah,
Yes.
You gotta make it make sense, baby. The math ain't mathing.
take a look at
No, we cannot calculate anything from this
Bad.
collision.
say that one more time.
What? Then how did you?
You know, the weight of the it's been more than 2 years since that. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by certain forms of physics?
No shit. Oh shit.
There would be struck by an object in motion.
He gonna have
So
a formula?
in this
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! I know the hell he didn't just say. Now it was a side swipe. What? What happened? He did. Paul gotta get his ass off this. Oh, I know. Trouble Paul. Trouble Paul. You gotta get your ass off the stand.
enough speed of the vehicle, post impact with the vehicle to be able calculations.
What?
His center of mass was offset from the vehicle,
What?
so we could vehicle during that post impact travels.
Well, that presumes a couple of things, Paul. That presumes that he would do his.
Now, why the hell Black Sheep say Offset? Now, how the Migos get in it? Oh, shit.
There's different types of momentum formulas.
Well, there's actually one type of momentum formula. It's to calculate momentum.
Objection.
Sustained.
To calculate momentum, there is a. Is that right? Pretty simple. Oh, because the pedestrians somehow magically out of the realm of physics?
Objection.
Sustained.
Is the pedestrian out of the
Use momentum for vehicle to vehicle.
math class?
The math.
Triple no damn way. Baby, he know damn. The minute he said math class, I just had to stop because what are we in 3rd grade? We talking about math class. Baby, you don't get your ass off that stand about in my math. It's not the kind of math you do in 3rd grade. Oh my God. Paul said he learned it in his math class. What? What school? Triple Paul. What school? Math class. No, this man did not take physics. No, he didn't. He thought he was going to get away with saying multiple formulas. Can you imagine him? Can y'all imagine him preparing for 2.0 with note cards with all the formulas? He gonna have them bitches down. Baby, Trooper Paul gonna be ready for AJ. AJ gonna say, and what's the formula? That man gonna say, got it. My math class. Oh, baby, are you in 3rd grade? Are you in 3rd grade? That man gonna have them formulas down, pal. You hear me?
You know what that is?
No.
Not off the top of my head, but yes.
Off the top of your head. Just say you don't know.
Yes.
Transferred from one body to
What objects
Say fucky.
that would be John O'Keefe's body, sir.
have gotten?
Oh my
The
God.
discipline of physics.
Baby, let me piss.
Objection.
Is that
What all these physics calculations mean, do you?
Objection.
sustained?
You've not been trained in
I've been waiting on that question. I thought he was gonna say Trooper Paul. The truth is, you don't know physics, do you? Trooper Paul is up here, and I feel bad for him because, however he got this job, call me Trooper Paul. LL. Sheldon Cooper would talk about Trooper Paul so damn bad. Baby, Trooper Paul, Sheldon Cooper would eat Trooper Paul up. Do you hear me? A disgrace to the entire physics community. You don't even know basic physics, okay? Now, I don't know any of it, but damn, I'm not on the stand trying to testify to it. You get what I'm like? Come on, Trooper Paul. Somebody said, now this messy called Al Sharpton. Listen, Key, you already know Trooper Paul was probably on his Instagram liking that short ass lawyer. All talking all that shit. What he say? Pull up, bitch. I already know. Baby, I know he hate AJ. AJ done ate him up. Lord Jesus, he done ate him up so bad.
I'm going to follow
Keith's arm.
His arm.
exactly what part of his arm.
More kind of like this. If I can try to get that.
Do y'all hear this?
You're indicating out.
He got spun around kind of. Who would have got possibly the way he struck? It looks like it could have gone turned around counterclockwise.
Okay. So he turns around counterclockwise. He does a pirouette and flies
Oh, AJ ain't shit.
30 feet to his final point.
You're ready.
You're the one that talked about his injuries on his arm.
Yes,
That's limited to about mid biceps.
clockwise.
Now, how the hell, wait a minute, before this damn man keep talking, how the hell does this man have his arm out, get hit by the car, spin, then fly 30 feet and still manage to hit his head on the curb? Like, how the hell do you do that? How you do that?
There's two parts of that. There's the air, then there's the
Your approach.
Yes.
Because at this point, we're going to have to talk about this dumb ass. And Trooper Paul need to be ashamed. Damn, Trooper Paul. Trooper Paul needs to be ashamed. Paul pissed me off clear. Oh, we got to hear Lally. Look at Lally. Baby, he up there. Baby, poor Trooper Paul. Trooper Paul ready to get off that damn stand. I tell you that. Look at Karen. Yes, ma'am. Co-counsel.
They were close within proximity to each other. But I've always said it's
run off that stand. Get your ass off that stand. I know he is ready to run off that stand. And yet again, I need to stop playing on these lives. I clearly need to stop playing in these lives. I need to stop playing. It looks like Key needs to stop playing too. We got... Man, we got to stop playing on these lives, honey. Thank you, Lauren. Please, y'all put a thank you in the chat for Lauren. Thank you, Lauren, so much for giving us yet another one. Oh, it's a little kid one, too.
Also, no, you know, I don't kid. I pay 000.
It open.
Yeah, I'm all in the post.
Oh, maybe they got something we could call.
Mommy right there.
Call mommy. Y'all, my nephew done found the iPad, y'all. Somebody left their iPad sitting on the car. Let me call. We trying to get them their iPad back. Hold up. Oh, I know they'll be pissed.
Yeah, it was just sitting on the car.
Oh, look at God. You an angel.
I tried to do my good deed once.
You did a good deed. Because, baby, hold on. Mommy not picking up. Hey. You left the iPad on the car? Oh my God. Yes, my nephew was leaving and saw it. And he said, all kids code is 000. And I said, try it. Let's see if we can call his mom. What floor are you on? We'll or do you want to come down and get it? We're on the 4th floor. What floor are you on? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're on, what's the second?
12.
We're 1203. 1203. Okay, we're coming down and get it. Okay, no problem. Thank you. No problem. Jawan, she said, okay, thank you. Baby. Woo. Yeah. She probably older than me.
Hey, I need I ain't gonna call you no cougar. Look, I knew though.
Now I know you want to call me. Somebody on my live gonna say I put something about me being 38. Gonna say, damn, you so much more mature than me. I thought you was about 40. Damn. Baby, I almost cussed him out. Lucky we was on TikTok because you really tried me right there. You really tried me right there. Oh, did I not? Oh, damn. They said I'm not muted. Oh, it's okay, y'all. Thank you, LaPanda, for becoming a member. Thank you. That's somebody not talking about. I finally got a group of black folks that don't steal. Bye, Key.
Oh, bye.
Bye, Key. Baby, that's them right there, baby. They done ran down here. I know that's right. Not they talking about styrofoam plate king.
Yeah, I say today. Styrofoam king.
You finna get down. You finna get down on that lady.
Yeah, she got
I can't wait till you get it. Till you see it.
That's the key. I just say that little boy from iPad.
She might go ahead and do a little something.
She might take me off them paper plates. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know my nephew talking about the mama probably gonna take him off them paper plates. Somebody said you just easy. They said you just easy.
I said if she looking nice, I ain't gonna go too fast.
You said you ain't gonna go too fast.
Yeah, she looking nice now.
Oh God.
Hey, she winking now, you know.
She winking at you. She got some nice teeth though. She got some nice teeth. I'm gonna give it that. It's some nice teeth. No, I just feel like she older. I can tell she a little older.
I can't have no wrong woman, girl. Looking at the pea in the flesh.
Nuh-uh. They talking about somebody said she may lay it flat and open wide for finding the iPad.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you can get
Kiss, hold on. I got you. Hold up. BG said, I know he's not cheating and right in front of my face. I'm blind but not deaf.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
BG, he said, I'm sorry, baby. BG said, I'm blind but not deaf. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, no, watch you.
I had to come reconnect my phone anyway. let me take a shot with you then. It sound like that like that.
Yeah, that sound like a kid right there. Oh, you want to?
Nah.
Okay, y'all. Okay, yeah, wait, yeah, come on here.
All right.
Hold on. That sound like a mom and a kid.
Up to it, down to it. You know they're saying.
No, I just told them I don't know those. Hold on, y'all. He gotta return everything. Why'd you be quiet? Yep. Hold on, y'all. Baby, not my nephew that told. What was that baby about 3? He done told the baby, take care of your mama. Now he over here talking about she had a little wagon back there. Okay, come on. Come on, y'all. My nephew gonna go too.
What they shot glasses at it?
They got, you can't see them.
I'm just saying they can these.
They taking one too.
They can put a couple some emoji.
Okay, I don't know. Yo, my nephew, look at you getting streaming already. He said put some emojis in the chat.
Come on, man.
Okay, y'all ready? You can say a little saying. I don't know.
I don't know it. I don't know
I don't
it.
know
I
it
just
either.
know up to it, down to it. Some who don't
Hold up,
do
let me
it.
see if Zakia texted me because she told me one. Hold up.
It's something they said.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Check them out.
Oh, okay, there go the glasses in the chat. How old is he? How old are you? You 29?
I'm 30, baby.
You 29.
I might well get used to saying 30 shit.
He 29, y'all. Okay, you ready?
Them folks ain't playing. Toast up.
Okay. Oh, you not ready? Hold on. Somebody, a wagon got it. Okay, a bunch of he said, how many baby mamas? He only has one child.
Damn.
He's got one child. Let me show y'all for y'all that didn't see. Let me
They ain't trying to.
you hold on just a sec. I want to show them Kylie singing to me for my birthday. It was the cutest thing. Y'all listen to my baby. This is daughter. Birthday to you. Look at my girl. I want to say happy birthday to you. Y'all, I didn't answer my FaceTime. She sent me that on FaceTime video. That's my sweetie pie. I'll be his next baby mama is crazy. Okay? That's crazy. Okay, come on, June. I'm ready. Okay. You ready?
Oh, my bad.
Just being messy. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, they said it's up to it. Okay, up to it, down to it. Fuck the ones who don't do it. We do it because we used to drink. Bitch, drink. Okay.
She knows.
All right, let's go.
I know how you know. I know exactly how you know.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, y'all.
All right, I'm gone.
Bye. See you later.
See you later.
Okay, y'all. Let me go lock the door. Baby, I can see my nephew now. You on live? You over there on live? Okay, y'all. Okay. Okay, y'all. All right, that's 2 shots for the night. I'm at my max. Okay? I'm at my max. Listen, it's Friday, Cass. I told you I went and bought some tequila. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? It may have been the day before yesterday. Listen, it's a Friday night party over here, okay? Okay. Hold on, y'all. I don't drink like this, y'all. It's 2 shots. 2. And Lauren, yeah, please don't get in trouble with your man on this live. Chat's thirsty. Let's drink. Okay, y'all. I'm finna pull up where we left off. I'm finna have to get him. Y'all, my nephew don't know how to get no membership. I'm gonna have to do it for him. I already know that. He better have a YouTube.
Accuracy, it depends on the type of data that's being pulled out on the artifacts. For example, steps are known to have an accuracy of around 98% on the actual steps occurring.
So if the Apple Health data returns, for instance, steps, 20 steps within a certain time period, 98% of the time Apple's going to be right?
That's what studies have shown.
All right. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
Valerie said, I forgot all about this man.
You want this back? Okay.
He is Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila, what you drinking at the house? Because I know you done had something over there.
We have placed another document before you. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, I do. This is a this lists out Apple Health data for that was from John O'Keefe's phone on January 29th, 2022.
All right. That came from the data that you received, the image file of John O'Keefe's phone, correct?
That is correct.
I would offer that, Your Honor.
Wait a minute, Alice, I thought you said you was taking a break to go be with your man. Don't be cutting out. Don't be getting cut up. Don't cut up with us on this live, girl. Oh, hey, Cass's baby. Hey, girl. Wait a minute, is it a boy or a girl? Well, I'm saying, hey, girl. Y'all need a minute? We haven't regrouped yet. Okay, y'all need a minute. We can chill. Now, y'all do know it's Friday night. We only have one day left. This late night live doesn't have to be the rest of the trial if y'all don't want it to. Now, if y'all don't want it to, I'm going to cut this off and start another stream. Because we have tomorrow and Sunday. So, I mean, y'all can just tell me. A girl. Okay. Hey, pretty girl. TT Mail says, look at me saying TT Mail says, hey. It's TT Mail, girl. Zakia, you supposed to text that to me. It's 6:57. We don't want to. What is we don't want to? Y'all got to help me out. I'm the owner of my job. I ain't got shit to do. I know that's right. She blushing, Cass. T told me that when I was talking to her on live. T is Miss Jefferson. Her son was like, oh, she's on TV. My friend, her son was like, I think it's the TV aspect. If I'm on a TV or a screen, that makes them feel like that. Okay. I'm speeding through. Okay, y'all, let's finish. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to finish this day, which is like an hour. And then I'll end the stream. And then we can just do a late night live. Whatever we want to talk about live. So I'll finish him. And then I'll end the stream. Tomorrow we'll do closing arguments. That's perfect. Because closing, it's only a 4-hour live. So I'm going to finish the doctor. And then after I finish the doctor, we just gonna kick it. We just gonna kick it, okay? So that's the plan then.
Mr. Lally?
No objection.
That's the plan. Girl, mail after dark. I might need to. Never mind. Okay, y'all. Okay.
6:53. And with the court's permission, may I publish that, Your Honor?
Okay.
Specifically, I'd like to.
We're going to do close. We're going to do day 30 tomorrow. So for those of you on here watching the trial with us, it's Friday. Chat wants to we've been doing this trial for like 10 hours already. Wait, over 12 hours now. So we're going to finish day 29. I'm going to end this stream. We're just going to do a Friday night live. Whatever we want to talk about, that's it. Just talk about whatever.
Start with page 2, record 2. Hey, Mr. Green, are you wearing the right glasses to be able to see the scene?
Yeah, I probably need bifocals here. I keep switching glasses, but...
are you able to read what is on the screen? Or if it's easier, you can look on your document in front of you. It's page 2, record 2.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to to do that. I can probably still see good enough to do the laser one. I'm sorry, which record is this you're looking at?
Page 2, record number 2.
Okay, yes, I have that in front of me.
Okay. What does record number 2 show on page 2 of John's Apple Health data?
Sure. So this is the number of meters. It's listed as 87.74, and the time is listed between 12:21 and 10 seconds. And there's milliseconds after that, but I'll just round it off to the second if you don't mind. So 12:21 and 10 seconds to 12:24 and 22 seconds.
Okay. And you said that it showed 87 meters traveled during that time period?
Correct.
And with regard to that same time period, 12:21 and 10 seconds and 12:24 and 22 seconds, please turn to page 5. And Mr. Bates, if you would zoom in on record number 2.
I have that.
Okay. What does record number 2 reflect?
Again, it's the same time period, and the steps taken is recorded as 80 steps.
Okay, and you said the same time period, so again, 12:21:10 to 12:24:22, correct?
Correct.
All right, now I'd like to direct your attention to page 4, record number 1. And if Mr. Bates, you could post that.
Now, kids, don't wake up tomorrow and forget you gifted all these memberships, okay? Thank you so much for gifting another Millionaire Meal membership. Thank you, Kiss. If you get a membership from Kiss, please say thank you. Please say thank y'all. It's Friday, and I guess Kiss feeling like cutting up in the chat today. Thank you.
And when you're ready, Mr. Green, if you could tell the jury what that reflects.
Sure. So this indicates 3 sets of floors. That represents elevation change. So it doesn't indicate to us up or down, but 3 steps. And the time period for that is 12:22:14 to 12:24:37.
Okay, did you say 12:21:14 to 12:22? I'm sorry, 12:24:37?
Yeah, 12:22:14 to 12:47:37.
I see.
Okay.
And with regard to all of this data, the 80 steps and the 3 flights of stairs that you mentioned, is it possible to pinpoint where within the time frame that's given those steps or flights of stairs were ascended or descended?
No, the most granular we can get is the time period, and it doesn't signify as any more likely at the beginning of the time period than at the end of the time period than at some time in the middle. And if you think logically, like distance traveled, that doesn't happen at a split moment. It happens over a period of time. So it's time is a factor in that equation, and this is how the Apple records that data. You got to look at the time overall.
Okay, so you don't know if the steps are bunched up toward the beginning or toward the end or more evenly spread out?
No, I would not be able to tell you that.
Now, we've discussed the Apple Health data. I want to go back for a second to talk about the location data on the iPhone. Does that data that you've already talked about in terms of the arrival time that it gave for John O'Keefe's phone at 34 Fairview, does that arrival time fall within or outside the range of 12:21 and 10 seconds, or 12:21 and 10 seconds and 12:24 and 37 seconds?
Well, that certainly indicates an overlap, but the health data is ending after the.
Forrest, go get in the bed then. Go get in the bed. Thank you for everything this week, everything today. Thank you so much. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow or Sunday, Monday. I'll see you after you recover. I'll see you later. Good night.
The arrival, and we can.
Now, I'd like to discuss with you the concept of clocks used by apps on an iPhone.
Sure.
Are you aware of the 3 different clocks that are used by iPhone apps?
I am.
What are they?
You have you have 3 separate internal clocks. You have a monotonic clock, a baseband clock, and a wall clock.
Okay, and is the wall clock also called the display clock?
Yeah, that would be also a common name for that.
And what is the significance of the existence of 3 clocks regarding?
Finally, we getting to understand these 3 damn clocks.
Different times that may show up within these records.
Sure. Well, app developers can access Apple program library, and they can call upon any of the clocks to use within their apps.
Okay. Now, in your investigation and examination of this case, did you find examples on this phone of different clocks being used?
So in this particular case, I had reprocessed the data with the newest version of the Axiom forensic program. It's similar to Cellbrite. There are competitors to Cellbrite, and we use both programs. And this newest version had a feature in there where you can filter for the Waze application. And again, just following up and seeing how this functioned, we filtered for the Waze application. And for the first time, we saw this monotonic timestamp being related to the Waze application.
Okay. I want to show you Exhibit 640. If I may approach, Your Honor. Sure. I've placed Exhibit 640 before you, sir. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So this is a screenshot from the Magnet Axiom program I was referring to. It's the 8.1, actually it looks like 4287, but...
Keep your voice up, sir.
I'm sorry, yeah. So it's the newest version of the program, and we have it filtered for the Waze app, and it's giving us the timestamps associated with it.
Okay. With the court's permission, may I publish that?
Courtney, if you're on here, thank you for the Cash App. I got it. Thank you so very much for it. I don't think I said thank you earlier, but thank you.
There we go.
And first of all, are you? No, that writing is probably too small. I can't read it.
Okay, thank you. I'll go off of this one.
There we go. With regard to what we are looking at there on that part of the screen, what are we looking at, Mr. Green?
Okay, so this is listing details of this particular artifact, and you can see that this is bundled. The com.waze.iPhone, that's a...
Do you guys see like the different, I know y'all in the chat probably looking at other stuff, but do y'all see those 3 different times, how it's 3 different times? And what he was trying to get at when Garino was on the stand, that if he went by that 12:19 time, those up and down stairs, it would have made sense that he was inside the house. I don't know if y'all see that, but yeah.
Standard bundle type name where it always starts with com dot and then the application reference.
And what does that mean? It says, it's highlighted on the screen, com.waze.iPhone. What does that mean that we're in right now?
Yeah, well, this is an artifact specifically related to the Waze program.
Waze app.
Yes, sir.
All right, go on.
Okay, and we can see here our entry for the monotonic time, the baseband time, and the display time.
And what did you notice about the relationship of the 3 of those?
Certainly. Well, most noticeable about this, the monotonic is running a little over 3 minutes ahead of the display. So that, I think it's 3 minutes and 1 second, give or take a little. So, in a lot of cases, 3 minutes may not seem like much, but in this case, this struck me as important to.
See, kids, I know you said you in Atlanta. I hate to have to hawk you down on 285 or 85. I hate to have to hawk you down on 285 or 85, kids. Have me sending clips to the damn to the bank. Tell me, that's him right there. Tell me, let's take a shot.
Objection. Move to strike.
Sustained. I'm willing to strike that. Next question.
Okay. Yes. I apologize.
That's okay.
You can hand that back to Madam Court Reporter.
Certainly. Thank you.
And I'd like to go back to the Apple Health data, Mr. Banks, if you can put that back up. And this would be page 2, record number 3.
Do you hear me? Baby, go back through that line to my look at him in the chat, right
You don't still have that in front of you, do you?
Actually, I do.
You do?
I do.
Page 2, record number 3, sir.
Yes, sir.
What does that show?
All right. Okay, so this is another entry from John O'Keefe's cell phone data, and this records 25.46 meters occurring between 12:31:56 and 12:32:16.
Okay. And directing your attention to page 5, record number 3, if you could tell the jury what that shows, and if we can have that displayed as well, Mr. Vince.
Certainly. So this is directly related to.
Navian is saying, I hope I'm saying it right. I'm probably not. It's saying that there's going to be some new Lexus data. So I'm interested to see, because it sounds like they messed the motherboard up. So apparently they found a way to get it. So can't wait to see it.
The distance, and this is recording 36 steps, and it's the same time period, 12:31:56 to 12:32:16.
Okay. So we have 36 steps being taken according to Apple Health data on John O'Keefe's phone for a time period that ends at 12:32:16.
Objection.
Sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Henry.
With regard to those 36 steps, do we know where within that time frame they were taken?
Sure. Let me reread that here. January 29th, 2022, 12:31:56 a.m. It's actually 12:31:56.109 a.m. and 12:32:16.507 a.m.
Okay. All right. So now I'd like to switch, if we can, to Jennifer McCabe's phone and your analysis of that. During the course of your examination, when you reviewed data from her phone, did you find a particular artifact of interest?
Yes, I did.
What did you find?
We found a Google search that happened. First of all, the search was how long to die in cold, and it happened at or before 2:27 a.m.
All right. Where was that search found?
Sure. So the artifact on that was called a Safari Suspended Tabs artifact, and there's a database associated with that called the Browser DB database, and an accompany file, which is.
Okay, let me say. They say it could destroy the defense. It's the vehicle GPS data. So here's the thing for me. Even if you had that evidence, is she, like, say she was drunk too, right? Even with that evidence, how do you explain the actions of the McAlberts? Because you're not going to make me believe she hit him, okay? And they did not see him. I'm not going to believe that. They would... Even with GPS data, I still would not believe that she is solely to blame for anything. Their actions, you don't go throw your phone away. You don't do all of this if you're not involved. GPS data is not going to change the fact that he went up and down stairs in 34 Fairview. So I don't know. I can't wait to see the evidence. Let me just say that. And we'll see if it changes my mind, because we're at day 29 and there has been no evidence that makes me feel like that she hit him beyond a reasonable doubt. So I can't wait to see whatever evidence that is.
By the same name, but ends in WAL, which stands for Right Ahead Log. And the Right Ahead Log is where the data first gets written to, and then at certain points, that data then gets committed and written to the main database.
All right. So that, if I'm correct, that browserstate.db/wall file, that's a temporary file, right?
It's temporary by nature, but it's not. It's integral. It's part of the way the SQLite functions.
Okay, they said, what if the GPS data shows Karen Reed driving by Fairview at 5:22 a.m. before going to Jen's? If it shows that, then I know that she went by the house. I think everything after the fact, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't have an explanation for it. it's not, if she went by the house at 522, it's not going to make me believe she did it, right? I'm just not, I have not been convinced she hit him. People, okay, if she went by the car after 5 o'clock, right? If she went by that house before she went to Jen's house, then I'd be like, damn, how didn't she see him the first time? But it would not make me believe that she hit him. The most important part of all of this is what happened to him before 12:32. I think it's 12:32. Like, I'm stuck, I don't want to go to 5. I'm stuck at the 12:32. I'm stuck at the 12:32 part. So, I get that people who want to say Karen is guilty. If she went by the house at 522, then I'd be like, what the hell were you doing over there? How didn't you see the body? Boom, boom, right? My biggest concern is what happened from 1224 to 1232. That is the biggest thing that I want to see. Her GPS location data was deleted on her phone. Are you saying it was or wasn't? They couldn't read the Lexus data back then, but the software update, now they can. I'm interested. Show me. And I see that you skipped. You went right to 522. What happened? Does her GPS show her? Does it show like her backing up? Are we going to see that she went in reverse at 12 something? What's gonna happen there? The FBI and the DOJ say her car did not hit him. Actual experts with PhDs and MDs say she didn't hit him. I don't see it, but I'm more convinced that what I need to see what happened between 1224 and 1232. Whatever you show me after that time, it's null and void, because what happened, that doesn't show me something happened to him. That's almost like Lally. Oh, she went by the house at 5:30. What happened from 1224 to 1232? We can't skip over that. When the man actually died, what happened? And if the last movement was 1232, how did Jen see Karen outside at 1245? So I can't wait. Listen, I'm just telling you what I have seen since I have watched the trial. So listen, I'm ready to see. I'm ready for 2.0. If you say it's a smoking gun, because I haven't watched any of the pre-trial stuff. If you tell me it's a smoking gun, baby, I'm ready for it, friend. And I'm remember you told me. I'm ready for it.
So it's not like a throwaway file. It's part of the way the whole system works.
And is it helpful to you when evaluating artifacts?
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah. Just by nature of it, we'll find a lot of the newest artifacts in that wall file.
Now, how do you determine the timing?
You have to be an anti-Karen Reed person. I could tell. And that's fine. I'm just not sure how anyone sat through a trial and you see, and I've watched a trial with pretty much 200 people every day. So we're all like pointing things out. I have not seen anything that points to Karen Reed. If GPS puts him at the house at 1224, his watch stops working at 1232, but she's at his house at 1236. I haven't seen it, friend. I haven't seen it. And it's okay if you think she did it, because that's your opinion. But I'm gonna be ready for 2.0. And hopefully the Commonwealth can prove their case by day 29. I hope they can prove it as soon as the case starts. Because right now it's a lot of maybes. And you mean to tell me you sat through Trooper Paul? Serious question. You sat through Trooper Paul and you believed what he said? The FBI experts, in quote. Friend, you sat through Trooper Paul and you believe Trooper Paul? I just really would like to know. Not even Trooper Paul. You trust Proctor? I'm trying to see what DNA. Did I miss something? You gonna be ready? My mods, definitely. I know my mods. I listen. I back my mods. Okay, fully back those mods. No, I really would like to know. After all, Trooper Proctor had his mind made up 16 hours in. I can't get over that. Very, very subjective. I wouldn't trust Proctor with a golf ball. Okay, y'all see him. Y'all see him. Thank you, Kiss, for gifting another Millionaire Mail membership. Y'all see Kiss out here cutting up. Okay, Kiss. Kiss say he in Gwinnett. They're my stomping grounds now. I don't want to have to come find that truck in Gwinnett, okay? But y'all think that's a troll? I'm sorry, I'm just having conversation. They talking about it's a troll. I'm just having conversation.
In terms of the timestamp on the browserstate.db WAL file.
Sure. So the WAL file has different rows and columns. You can kind of think of it as an Excel spreadsheet. And in this one particular column had it was a time column. That'd be the nature of the data going into it. And this the heading on this particular one was last viewed time.
Okay. Regarding that Google search for Haas long, and I say Haas, HOS long, and cold, found in the browser state DB WAL file, what was the date and time for that artifact?
Sure. So that's recorded in what's called Apicocoa time, and it's actually the number of seconds since January 1st, 2001. So you end up with this large number, but that gets converted to present to us something that's human readable, and then you have to apply the offset for the local. So once you do all those calculations, that's where we get the January 29th, 2022 at 2:27 in the morning.
The specific, do you remember the number of seconds after?
I believe it's 40 seconds.
2:27, 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. And in what state did you find that artifact?
Yeah, so the specific artifact, or it comes from a record, and the record number on the
Thank you for the super chat, Julie. Julie says, shocking. John's DNA was on her vehicle. They basically lived together. Too bad nobody tested the unidentified male DNA on John's clothing. And don't just say males. Listen, don't let me flip back. One of the stains, stain A, upper right leg of the jeans, had his plus 2 unknown individuals. Stain C, upper right leg of his jeans, had 2 contributors, one being John O'Keefe. Stain E, upper right leg of his jeans, again had 2 males, one being John. Who is the other male? I'm sorry, stain E had 4 contributors on his pants. Only one was John O'Keefe. We're looking at 3 contributors, 3 male contributors on this man's clothes. That can't be the DNA evidence y'all talking about. Who the other men? Stain L, the back bottom right of his shirt. 2 contributors, one being John O'Keefe. Like, this can't be it. Listen, baby, this can't be the DNA evidence we talking about, okay? This can't be the evidence. Listen. This can't be it. That can't be the evidence we're talking about. I just think, it's not that I didn't know anything about this case. I'm not walking in this case, carefree, no. What did Paige say? As we watch cases, we tend to form a bias based on the evidence that is presented. None of us were there. All we can do is go by what we're being told. And when you go by what we're being told, there has been absolutely no evidence that points to this woman hitting him. Was she mad at him? Mm-hmm. Drunk? Mm-hmm. Well, let's say she was drinking. Yes. Did she pull up at the house? Yes. Because I believe those people in that F-150. She pulled up at the house. Did she pull out? Mm-hmm. Because her phone connected to that Wi-Fi at 12:36. No way she did all of what she did and left that man in the snow. I'm sorry. Not y'all talking about my notes. I was taking notes. It's so much to keep up with. It's so much evidence to keep up with, and I still don't have it all. I'm so happy that all y'all. Tisha's fine, y'all. Y'all leave Trish alone. The DNA could be, y'all leave my friend Trish alone. Trish, it could be from anyone at the bar, but Trish, who is it? Like, my thing is, I don't understand why we can't test everybody that was around him just to exclude them, especially since it looked like he'd been in a fight. It could have been. And I heard them talking about trace DNA. That could be that could have been it. But let's exclude them. I don't know how we're going to do that. My money is on Higgins. From the moment he started testifying, him destroying that phone was really suspicious. Okay? It was really suspicious. She wasn't the only one drinking. Nope, T-Lynn, she wasn't. They all were. They all were drinking. Mind you, she had a hung jury. I don't understand it. Is the chat getting their Canton on? Yes, girl. It's Friday night. It still requires ruling now. I thought so. They won't give it up. I wish we could have gotten a court order to get it. No, I had to make sure, Trish, the mods, they preparing for 2.0, baby. I had to make sure, leave my friend alone.
This is 4028, I believe. And it was in a deleted state.
Okay. Now, what would you normally expect to find along with the artifacts, sir?
So you'd have the date and time, the URL, which the way the URL presents itself, we know that it's a Google search, but you also see a history of other places that tab has been.
And with this particular artifact, did you learn the full internet history of websites related to that record?
No, that wasn't possible. We were only able to get the one website. I would say.
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I interrupted you. Sorry.
Well, no. So we definitely got the one artifact, the Google search, and we have the time related to it, but we do not know everywhere else that tab had been.
What significance was there to you about the fact that the full internet history related to that record could not be recovered?
Well, I wanted to do a little deeper dive into that, and so I used some various other database specific tools. One was called Belkasoft X, which has an excellent database viewer in it. Sanderson Forensics, which is known to specialize in this type of work, and
ArtX?
I'm sorry?
ArtX?
You saved me. Yes, ArtX, which is a program known in the community for research.
And how did you sort of cross-reference the three of those together? How did you use them?
Yeah, so all three of those tools, along with Axiom and Cellbrite, which they do have a low-level SQL viewer as well. So I looked at the data with all 5 of those tools, and I found it to be consistent amongst all the tools.
And in addition to using those tools, what else did you do?
So I wanted to get a little more context. One thing with this artifact, it is deleted. And one thing about deleted data, sometimes you get it all back, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get a fragment. Deleted data makes it very difficult to give you the whole picture of what's happening. So in this particular case, I wanted to see what other artifacts were around this time as it related to web history, and particularly this browser database file.
And so what do you compare the 227 AM search to in order to gain more information?
Exactly. I'm sorry, what the information was. So what we found is that when we looked at a particular URL, a particular website that was visited, and then searched using that URL, the browser state database entry is the last entry in all of that. So we could see searches, videos playing. There's an artifact called Knowledge C that records the user's activity, but the browser state is the very last entry on the items that we observed.
And did you find other examples of that you can speak to before this jury?
Yes, I believe we have one printed out there.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay.
So you think he was carried?
I placed the document before you, sir. If you could familiarize yourself with that and look up at me when you're done.
I have it.
What is it?
Okay, so this is another screenshot from the Axiom program. And it is showing a search that we conducted for raining men. And then it takes that search, and we have a couple different items on there. We set the date to begin in 1970 and ending in 2100. In other words, we only wanted to see artifacts that had dates associated with them. And then we listed them from the newest date to the oldest date. Mm-hmm. And this particular one, again, it ends up with the Safari suspended tabs artifact being the very last in the series of dates and times.
All right, I'd like to go through that, but first I'd offer it into evidence, Your Honor.
Okay. Any objection?
No, Your Honor. There you go.
After 2 a.m. Yeah.
6:54.
And with the court's permission, may it be published, Your Honor?
You want this?
Yes.
Okay.
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 So we have a number of columns here. Could you explain to the jury what's going on with that exhibit?
Certainly. So I'm gonna switch glasses back here. Forgive me.
Do you need the light on, sir, or are you okay?
No, I'm fine, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you much. I can certainly do this. So we are looking at here web-related history. And also, I have the filter turned on for application usage because there's some log files, sort files that the iPhone keeps track of to record user interactions, and that can give us a idea of the history as well. And then, as I mentioned, we have it filtered so that it's only showing dates, that dates existed, and we took the earliest possible date to a date way in the future. And then it's listed, and next to the date and time, you'll see a little arrow, and it's skinny at the top and big at the bottom. That tells you it's going from smallest, earliest time to latest time. And this particular view is showing us the last of that series, because what's relevant and really important here is that the Safari suspended state tabs ends up being the last of the entries related to that, not one of the beginning of the entries.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but the times, they look from 127. She's searching at 4 p.m., 4 p.m., 4, 27, right? Everything's on 127. The next search that she makes is on 129 at 2:27 a.m. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Related to that.
And what is the significance of the Safari state tab being the last entry? What does that tell you?
Yeah, well,
Kim,
so it tells us the internet history happened before that, and the purpose of this tab on at least this particular iPhone with this very specific iOS version is to record the state of that tab when the user left that. And the whole purpose of that is if you're on Safari, you're on a website and say you have to take a phone call or answer a text message and you navigate away from the Safari app, when you come back, it remembers where you were and allows you to pick off from there. It also allows you to hit the tab button and see what other tabs you might have open and navigate to one of those tabs.
All right, so as I see the last tab, am I correct that the time is 1:29:22?
So, double trouble. Here's the thing. If Jen left, and let's just say she's telling the truth, she left about 1:30, 1:45, right? They dropped everyone off. What was on your mind for you to search that? It's like, did she know? Was like this is what I can't understand. Was the plan did y'all walk out of the house and y'all saw him in the snow already and knew they had this little fight? Y'all thought he was left. Y'all thought he had left and was like, oh my God, he's dead. Like, how did you know to search that? Why was Jen searching it? Well, it was at 2:27. On 129 at 227. Why was she searching that? Is what we need to know. Like, why would, okay, they're saying they didn't put him out yet. I agree with that because Lucky didn't see him. But it was still, okay, if they didn't put him out, why the hell would she search that? Do y'all think he was in the backyard? Why the hell would she search that? House long to die in cold. Why would she? There has to be an explanation. Why would that lady search that? Why would you search that? That's such a random thing to search, especially or not so random when we find a man on your sister's front yard dead from hypothermia. Probably seeing how long it would take if Lucky found him. Okay. He was in the basement. So maybe the plan was always to, what are the odds? Maybe the plan was always to put him out there. Maybe oh God, what if he actually died downstairs and they knew they were going to put him out in the snow and say that's what happened. He died outside and she's trying to see if it would make sense for when they actually found him. They were coming up with their plan. Okay, I think he was already dead, but they were waiting for Lucky to pass by before they put him out. I think he was still in the basement, but knew that was the plan when the time was right. Ash, I could see that. Because they needed to put him out, but wanted to see how long it would take for him to die. Maybe they didn't think he was going to die. I could see that. Everything that you guys are saying. Yeah. Yep, I don't think he was dead before they put him out there. Just unconscious. Incapacitated is the word the Emmy used. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's all on the same scale, but yeah. Dang. Like, what's so sad is just, can you imagine, like, that man sitting out there, if his brain was still able to work properly, wanting to get up and just physically could not do it. Wanting to move, wanting to scream for help, but terrible. I mean, they are nasty people. I always put him there. However, I think they were going to blame Lucky. Everyone says that. Gary, this is what everybody thinks. Lucky was going to be the blame.
Same day, like 2:27 and 38 seconds. Is that what it says on your?
I'm sorry. I'm definitely getting a pair of bifocals. I apologize here. I feel a little silly. Yes, on this particular one. So that is just moments before the Google search artifact.
The one that you previously talked about, the How Long to Die in the Code.
How Long to Die in the Code, yes.
But all the other history of this particular artifact was before that time, correct?
Correct.
So with regard to what that tells you about when the It's Raining Men was either searched or accessed, was that at, after, or before 2:27 and 38 seconds?
I'm sorry, can you?
Sustained.
Okay, if you say it one more time.
All right, let me try and put it a different way. Given the timestamp of 2:27 and 38 seconds on January 29th for that Safari suspended state tab with the It's Raining Men, what did that tell you about the timing of when It's Raining Men was accessed by the user?
Yeah, well, so the indications would be that tab was brought up and then went away from to do another tab. So it can happen less than a second. It doesn't take long to open up a tab and start a new tab. Can be done very quickly.
I'm not really phrasing this the right way to get what I want. What I want is the timing of the interaction with It's Raining Men by the actual iPhone user. When did that happen?
Well, certainly, all the activity that we have is all prior to the recording of that timestamp in the browser state.
All right, now, with regard to this particular example where the browser state DB is the last entry, so
Miss Sheila, apparently it's like a joke that they have in their family, and so that's why she was looking up It's Raining Men.
Activity happened before. Was that unique on this phone, or were there many examples of this?
No, I found many examples of this exact behavior.
All right. Now, given your findings in researching these issues and how this user used this iPhone with this iOS, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty as to the timing of that search for Haslong to die in cold?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty as to when Haslong to die in cold was searched?
Objection.
Sustained. I can see you at sidebar.
Thank you. Do you have an opinion as to the timing of that first search for Haslong to die in cold?
Yes, I do.
What is that opinion?
That would have happened at or before January 29, 2022 at 2:27:40 a.m. in the morning.
And what is the basis for your opinion?
Again, by how this particular phone operates with that exact operating system and comparing it to other data on that phone and the way it presented it out, it's all consistent with that search happening at or before that time.
And what opinions or conclusions did you reach regarding how, if any, how the 2:27 a.m. search was deleted?
Well, we know that that's in a deleted state. And importantly on that phone is when I say, I keep using the proverbial we, I found a lot of other that would have been used or deleted artifacts between midnight and the early mornings on January 29, 2022.
Okay. Are you aware of any internal mechanisms that could have caused that deletion?
No, not in this particular case. I know of no mechanism that would have done that.
All right. And you mentioned other deletions on the phone. I want to show you what has been marked, if I may approach. Sure. MMM for identification.
Yep.
Do you recognize what I've placed before you, sir?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Okay, this is from Cellbrite. It's a program, again, like the Axiom that processes data. And this is this lists out a 623. This lists out a deleted call record.
Okay. Are you able to see from that record to whom the call was placed?
Yeah, well, we have the number, and I won't necessarily read it out loud here, but through searching, and this is from the phone of Jennifer McCabe,
Yeah.
but through searching for that the number, I was able to see that it went to. You want me to say the name?
Sure.
Yep. Uncle Brian A.
Oh,
Why she got his name as uncle in her phone?
I would offer that into evidence, Your Honor.
Same objection as before, Your Honor.
Did y'all hear
As
that?
when this
One.
may we approach?
Okay.
No corn. Two already. Did y'all hear that? One search deleted out of over 4,600.
It looks like this may already be in evidence. It's one of 4 different numbers, so I sort of wanted to keep it with that. We are so far removed from where it was that this will just come in as the next exhibit. So you will technically have it in evidence twice.
Okay.
655.
Julie.
Thank you. May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
There's one final document before you. If you can identify that for the jury, please.
Yes, this is another report generated out of Cellbrite. It's based on Ms. McCabe's cell phone data, and this lists out the call log with a number of deleted items and a number of live items.
I would offer that, Your Honor.
If I get to see.
Sure.
fine, Your Honor. I think it's already in evidence as well, but
So,
Actually, it's, I confirmed it's not. It's not yet in evidence. We looked at the exhibits that were specified, so.
there,
Thank you. If you could hand that to the witness, and if I could have the first page of that exhibit displayed. This is,
One search delete out of 4,600.
okay, with regard to that exhibit, Mr. Green, what did you find that was unusual, if anything?
Objection.
sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Yannetti.
Yes. What did you find of note?
Certainly. What was the time frame of the deleted records? Now, I'll just talk about this particular report here. It starts at 5:33:47 in the morning, and on the second page we see it ends at 8:50 and 15 seconds, again a.m. And then the normal recalls, what we call live data, then begins at 8:59 and 34 seconds and goes on throughout the day with no additional deletions.
And am I right that those are all, that's the call log, those are all phone calls?
Correct, yeah, this is the call log.
And what was the difference between the calls that were at 8:59 and after on January 29th, 2022, and the calls that were before 8:50 a.m. on January 29th, 2022?
Yeah, well, it's the state they were found in, deleted versus live data.
I'm sorry?
Deleted data at the earlier time and live data after the 8:59:34.
What percentage of phone calls were found deleted on Jennifer McCabe's phone prior to 8:50 a.m. on January 29th?
So all right, I have to see you. Take this down for a minute, please. I have to see counsel.
Now, what Bev bothered by now? Child, what Bev so bothered by?
The question is clear, if you understood it. If it's not, please let me know. But I had asked you from the first recorded call there that was listed as deleted until 8:50 a.m. or so, what percentage of calls were deleted on Jen McCabe's phone within that time period?
Yeah, so we found no live data, so 100% of them would have been deleted.
Now, are you aware of the term spontaneous deletion?
No, sir. I know what the individual words mean, but in relation to digital forensics, I'm not familiar with that term.
And do you have an opinion as to how those calls would have been deleted from that phone?
Those would have been user deleted.
I may have a moment.
Sure.
I have no further questions. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's she so bothered by?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Do you know who Miss Jessica Hyde is?
I do.
Are you aware that she wrote a report in relation to this case?
Yes.
Specifically in regard to the Google searches for Ms. McCabe's phone that you were just talking about?
Yes, sir. It was very specific about that search.
And have you had a chance to review that report?
I have.
You also know who Ian Whiffen is?
Certainly, yes.
And are you aware that he wrote several reports or submitted several items in relation to, again, the exact topic that you're testifying about in relation to the Google searches on Ms. McCabe's phone?
Yes, sir. I understand that.
And have you had a chance to review those materials as well?
Yes, sir.
You understand that they both disagree with what your opinion is in relation to those searches?
I absolutely understand that, sir.
Now, just as far as your qualifications and certifications go, I'm just having a difficult time. From the certifications that you have, at what point were you, or what, if any, certifications do you have with reference to Cellbrite as a tool, as far as your use and interpretation of data from Cellbrite?
Certainly. So my certifications are much more broad. They have to do with a lot of the fundamentals and how we conduct the investigations and what tools we should know and when we need to know we need to do more work and such like that. Cellbrite, I do not have any specific Cellbrite certifications. They offer many of them. However, I have participated in, God, I can't even count, hundreds of their training events that they offer, both Cellbrite, Axiom, Belkasoff. They all provide the community with fantastic support as far as that. And although certainly a class can be very good, but you really need to stay up to speed, you've got to participate in the most recent understanding being put out there. Even in the changes of their tools will change from one version to another.
And so, to the point, as far as you have no certifications in regard to Cellbrite as a tool and how to use it, those kind of things?
That's correct, sir.
And in this specific instance, at any point, did you reach out to Cellbrite to go over sort of your findings or your opinions in relation to this search?
I did.
And who, if anyone, did you speak with from Cellbrite?
Yeah, as close as I can remember, I know it was Leo, and I believe it was Santos.
And do you know what part of Cellbrite they work in or what they do?
Well, he was in the technical support and contacted him. He had informed me that they had elevated this up to some higher level technical support when they came back. His comments to me, if you want to hear them, was that this.
Say if you want.
Okay. His comments, but at some point,
I understand.
you talked to technical support. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And they indicated that they would refer you to actually Mr. Whiffin's team.
No, sir, they did not.
So you weren't told that you were referred to Mr. Whiffin's team, and you weren't contacted by anyone from Mr. Whiffin's team?
No, and I forget the exact date. A couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, out of the blue, I got an email from Mr. Whiffin saying, and I can't, I don't want to misquote him, but certainly I got an email from him.
I'm not asking you about any specific conversation.
Okay.
I know y'all remember Mr. Whiffen. He testified on the stand where people were saying, oh, he's basically on here just to promote his product, his company that he has. He's the one that said that search from 2:27 a.m. It was actually from another day. It self-deleted itself. Okay, I know y'all remember him. I know y'all remember Mr. Whiffen.
Yeah, when I'm asking about a time period more back in 2022.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Back in 2022, did you reach out to Cellbrite in relation to this search and your opinions related to it?
Yes, sir.
And at that point, was that the point that you spoke to someone from technical support?
Yes, sir.
And at that point, did someone from technical support actually refer you or tell you that they were referring you to Mr. Whiffin's team?
No, sir, I had absolutely no idea about that.
So no one from no one from Mr. Whiffin's team reached out to you, and then you just never called them back? That didn't happen?
Not that I'm aware.
And it seems kind of funny that Cellbrite will refer him to Whiffen. That just seems kind of crazy to me.
Now, you were asked to look at a couple different phones, and I'm assuming by counsel for the defendant, correct?
Can you say that once again? I'm sorry.
You were asked to look at 3 different phones is what the testimony was, and I'm assuming that was by some counsel for the defendant, correct? No one else asked you to look at these phones, correct?
Oh, correct. Yes, it was from the defense asked me to, yes.
And so the phones that you were asked to look at were Mr. O'Keefe's phone, the defendant's phone, and Ms. McCabe's phone, correct?
Correct.
Now, as far as Kerry Roberts' phone, were you ever asked to look at that?
No.
And with respect to the defendant's phone, was there any GPS location information or data that you observed in her phone?
So we had an indication that location had been using there with something called Apple Map tiles. And those probably when you use the Apple Map app, that it in order for it to work, it will create these little tiles or little pieces of pictures, and they get stitched together to give you the view that you see on your phone. Now, for that had to be working, we know location data had to be working. This particular location data, the location data cache, is known to only be present on the phone for a couple weeks. Now, what I don't know, and Mr. Lally, if I'm going too far, just please stop me. What I don't know are what measures were taken to preserve that data, whether it was put in airplane mode, whether the location services were turned off, whether it was put in a Faraday bag. And quite frankly, Mr. Lowry, I don't know if they did all that, if the location data would have remained or not. I've never tested that, but all indications, it would have had location data on the day that it was seized, because we received the Apple Map tile. But when I got the full extraction, there was no location data there. Now, I did observe.
So there was no GPS location data on the defendant's phone, correct? From what you observed.
And again, if I'm, I did find deleted location data from April of 2022.
Okay.
Well,
now, with respect to the defendant's phone, did you also find deleted web history data from the afternoon of January 29th, 2022?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't observe that.
Didn't observe it, or didn't look for
it? You know, I really don't have a recollection if I specifically looked for deleted data. I don't believe I did. I don't know if I would have had to have a cause to.
Now, with reference to, you were asked some question about location accuracy within 3 feet. You did some sort of thing last night on CellHawk using that tool. Is that correct?
Certainly.
And you were asked to do that after Trooper Guarino testified yesterday. Is that correct?
I understand he testified yesterday.
And so, with relation to you creating sort of that document, and that's now been marked as an exhibit, was that something that Mr. Yannetti asked you to do in relation to Trooper Guarino's testimony yesterday?
Well, in all fairness, you need to ask Mr. Yannetti. I could make an assumption here. I mean, if
I'm not.
I don't know quite. I'm not trying not to answer you. You know, but I was asked by Mr. Yannetti to perform that search.
So, Mr. Lally, please be cautious of that.
Yes.
Sheila saying good night.
So,
good night, little panda.
Ms. Green, with respect to that 3 feet of accuracy, are you aware that what Trooper Guarino was testifying to in regard to that had absolutely nothing to do with phone applications or anything to do with data from a phone or a CellHawk or a tool or anything like that?
No, I don't know the full extent of what Mr. Guarino would have been testifying to.
And so you're not aware that his testimony was actually in regard to reviewing cruiser camera video from the Canton Police Department and photographs of where Mr. O'Keefe's body was, and then mapping that using GPS latitude and longitude.
Objection.
Based on that within a 3 feet accuracy.
The objection's sustained. Ask it differently.
Are you aware of any of what Trooper Guarino testified to yesterday?
What you're mentioning, I may vaguely be remembering, and again, I'm not trying to not answer your question exactly. My conversation with Mr. Yannetti is 3 foot. When it comes to GPS data, can you tell 3 feet from GPS data? And no, it's not known to be that reliable, and particularly Apple location services. How that applies to
3 feet kicking, he like what?
The trooper's testimony, you know, I can't say with specificity.
Listen, damn, is he drunk? I don't think he understands.
I'm happy to opine on location data, though.
There's no question.
Okay.
I don't think Lally. I don't think he understands Lally's question.
I may have a moment, Charlie.
Sure.
Now, sir, with reference to Safari and deleted tabs, Isn't it true that there is no way for a user to delete a tab, only to close it? Do you agree with that?
What?
Yeah, well, when you close a tab, all right, you're taking it out of the active state, and it's going to an inactive state that some people could call deleted. Now, the Safari history allows you to go in and delete history by certain date ranges, but you can also go into specific websites that you visited and delete those. Now if you want me to continue, the WAL file itself, you can't open up a WAL file and say, oh, I want to delete that record. But functioning the phone through the user interfaces will have an effect of deleting data within that WAL file.
Isn't it also true that Cellebrite uses that red X to annotate that the record is no longer active and has been recovered? It should then make it incumbent upon the examiner, being you in this instance, to determine if it was actually deleted, correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you for asking. It's yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay. All right.
Now, you stated in your affidavit, in your testimony, that you used the Sanderson, SQLite, or SQLite Forensic Explorer to examine the Safari tabs DB associated with the WAL file log. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, in your analysis using that Sanderson Forensic Explorer, was there an indication that House Long to Die in Cold was found in the WAL file?
Yes, sir.
Now, with regard to that, did you independently verify the cause of that timestamp that you observed there?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it your interpretation that the timestamp means the search appeared at that time solely based on the naming of the field in the database?
No, sir.
Now, can a WAL file contain items that are so new that they're not yet committed to the database?
Yes, sir. That's the purpose of it.
So the WAL file holds the newest information until it's merged to the database, including additions, deletions, changes, all of those items, correct?
That is correct.
Now, according to your affidavit, the device was in active use between 2:23 a.m. and 2:31 a.m. And just to be clear, I'm talking about Ms. McCabe's device, correct?
Correct.
And what other searches did you see at that time, and where were they performed?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't quite hear you.
Searches did you observe in that time frame, and where were they performed?
Well, there were a number of websites, including the Rainy Men exhibit that we did. There was Ozone Basketball, I believe. There, Hockermont, Smith. And I can tell you that those, similarly, the last entry with those there is the browser state DB file. It's not at the beginning. It's not at the end. And I have a couple thoughts on why that may be in regards to Ms. Hyde and Ms. Whippen. I'm happy to share those with you.
I'm not asking you anything about that, sir. What
Very good.
I'm asking is it possible for a change request in the WAL to a SQLite database pertaining to one particular field, leaving the other fields as what they were previously?
I want to answer your question as well as I can. So can you repeat that one more time?
Is it possible for a change request in the WAL to a SQLite database pertaining to one particular field, leaving the other fields as what they were previously?
So I'm having a little trouble answering this. So if I'm understanding correctly, when the WAL file gets written to the database, and could that have made the change ending with this deleted record? Is that the question? I'm sorry. I want to answer you. I'm just a little lost on how you're asking it.
And the question?
Sorry?
Do you not understand the question?
Why don't you move on, Mr. Mayor?
So is it possible that the URL field, which has the website name, was updated to the newest search while the timestamp retained the original search? Is that possible?
No, not the way on this particular phone in this particular iOS, and also with the user interacted with it, that it would have been at the 227 or before. The way this very specific iOS was happening, that is consistent with all the other ones that I observed out there on the phone related to specific web searches and activity.
Was it possible that the search for how long to die in the cold at 6:24 a.m. was the most recent search completed in the tab?
Oh, well, not in that tab, but I certainly agree with you that there was a second search done at around that time.
Now, is it also possible that the search that you assert took place at 2:27 and 40 seconds in the morning is the same as the search that took place at 6:24:51 a.m. for that same search?
Yeah, that's inconsistent with the actual data I'm seeing on this actual phone with this precise iOS version.
Now, as far as the search in Safari with the string, as far as the smotot.apple.com included, is it? You recall that search as far as being a suggestion from Apple, from the iOS, as far as the search with how long to digest food?
Okay, I didn't hear your whole question, but I heard the last part about how long to digest food, so I can opine on that. So my feeling on that is when the how long to die in cold was put in, that was most likely a Apple suggestion. And I've done some testing. Now, the time period I'm doing my testing, is after the fact that this would have actually occurred. But as I tested that on a live phone and using a Google search, I could see that how long to digest food would come up. I also noticed the specific phrase, how long does it take to die from hypothermia? So as you do this Google search, you try to repeat what's being done. Those are two suggestions that actually came up.
And so that was something that was a suggestion and not something that was actually searched, correct?
Yeah, no, and I know that's different from my affidavit from about a year and a half ago, in all fairness, but
that's entirely different.
One person,
David, correct?
Mr. Lally.
What are
I'm
we
sorry.
talking about right
One
now?
person at a time.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, in fairness, I want to give you my best knowledge, as I understand it saying here today, including after my review of Mr. Whiffen and Ms. Hyde's report. So I want to do everything I can to shine as much light and clarity on this as possible. So as I repeated, since that time and did the search, I would notice that is one of the things that would come up, and it would have a little picture of like a dinner plate or something like that. And there was actually a similar, if not the same picture found in the artifacts of that phone.
And so just to conclude, that's not what you said in your affidavit that was actually filed under pains and penalties of perjury with this court, correct?
Yes, and on that day, that is what my true and proper belief was. Okay, it since further testing, I have found that I now believe that was probably an automatic one, and if I've caused you any distress, I apologize.
Okay. What I'm asking, sir, is that that's what you filed because that's what you thought at the time, correct?
Yes, sir.
And subsequently, you've done further testing, and that's shown that you were wrong, correct?
That is correct.
Now, according to your affidavit, there was a search for how long to digest food at 6:23:49 a.m. that precedes the search for how long to die, and the misspelling here would be the key CLKD at 6:23:51 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, is it possible that the how long to digest food was a predictive suggestion from Apple rather than a search entered by the user? Is that also correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I believe that it was, if it had picked up a earlier search from 227 of how long to die in the cold, and then you went to retype it in, it may have then tried to give you something similar at the 623 and 624 timelines. So hopefully that answers your question.
So steps, going to Mr. O'Keefe's health data, steps doesn't necessarily mean that someone is physically taking steps, correct?
Miss Sheila, all of this is about the how long to die in cold. Lally is trying to, say that she could have opened another tab. Hell, he even said Apple could have suggested the how long to die in cold weather. That's all this is about. That's all this is about.
Again, the research that's done for this is steps tend to be a very accurate artifact.
So steps could not also be coincided with, say, movement in a car or other sort of movement of the phone as far as the health data is concerned?
Sure. Well, I did, geez, quite some time ago, do some testing with an actual iPhone 11, the same make and model, and took a drive and tried to see if it would register steps. It did not. I sat in a chair and tried to duplicate how I thought I would walk to see if it recorded steps. It did not. I took the phone from the floor to the ceiling to see if it would record a flight of stairs. It did not. The only, with that iPhone 11, same make and model that I got, it was very consistent with me actually doing walking steps, and that was whether I had it in my shirt pocket, my pants pocket, or clipped onto my belt.
That's your testimony?
That is my testimony, yes, sir.
That's your
Now,
testimony.
you familiar with GPS native locations?
Yes, sir.
And
He got some damn nerve after having Trooper Paul ass up there for 2 days and gonna talk about, oh, that's your testimony? Hell yes. That's it.
GPS native locations takes its data as far as defining latitude and longitude from a number of different sources, correct?
Well, true GPS, okay, is going to take it from the GPS network. What you may be thinking of is assisted GPS, which the iPhone uses, and that assisted GPS will try to it kind of does a crowdsourcing. So it'll look at cell towers, what's in range as far as like Wi-Fi's and a number of other devices to try to get you an enhanced GPS location and give you the best data possible.
So it takes GPS native locations within an Apple iOS device, takes from 4 different sources. Isn't that correct?
It tries to get from a variety of sources, like I just mentioned. Not all would be available.
Now, with regard, did you look at any GPS native location data with regard to Mr. O'Keefe's phone?
Yes, sir.
And would you agree then that the GPS native locations didn't record any movement of that phone after 12:25 a.m.?
12:25. You know, I would have to look at the exhibit to see what the time of that last entry was. I don't want to misstate something.
Okay.
Which one are you asking about?
I don't have to hear any more, Lally. Let's go back. Oh, they didn't have to go to the bench again.
Change from 12.
Lally's still up there. I'm sorry, y'all. Trying to get through Lally because there's no way he's still questioning this man about how long to die in cold. I'm overworking the computer. There's no way.
What you indicated as that it was actually.
I'm aware that from that it appears to be the last time and date it was focused, and when it was no longer was focused, that's when the timestamp was written. That's what's consistent with the other data on this particular phone on this very specific iOS.
Now, with regard to looking at this search, you mentioned that you used something called an ArtX tool. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And are you aware that's a tool that was actually created by Mr. Ian Whiffen?
Yeah, absolutely.
And with regards to this specific issue, as far as how this data is being interpreted from the browser state DB versus the knowledge C database and the wall file and all of those, the P list and all of those other kinds of things, as far as the misinterpretation of the data has then caused Mr. Whiffen in further versions of Cellbrite to revise that so that this kind of error can't occur.
Sure, happy to answer that. So Mr. Whiffen's testing was not done with this specific version of the iOS. The iOS has been known to be changing the way this artifact works. To do proper analysis, the researcher that he is, he would need to work with that same iOS. Now, in regards to the Cellbrite question, they have 2 versions of the Cellbrite Physical Analyzer. One is the standard physical analyzer that's been out for several years now, probably is the majority use use in the community. It's a tool that takes that raw data and it puts it into human terms that we can look at and understand and write reports like you've been seeing here. So they have the Cellbrite Physical Analyzer that's out there. I believe it's 7.68, but don't quote me on that. And then they have a new version that's come out called Insights, and this operates
we don't know
more on a where you can put multiple cases in and that. It's only the Insight versions that they have bothered updating and no longer reporting on that time. Their current Physical Analyzer program, and I tested this a few days ago, still reports on that search occurring, and that timestamp. So currently Cellbrite is providing examiners, law enforcement, and people worldwide with two different versions giving two different results. That I can't speak to more than that, other than I've tested that, and I see how those programs are working now.
So my question, sir, yes or no, is are you aware that Cellbrite has had to modify their software based on misinterpretation of data, as you've done in this case?
Yes, with the asterisk, they updated one of two programs.
Nothing further.
No further questions.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Green, you are all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I didn't think he was ever going to end it. Doing all this to that man for the hospital. I was doing all this to that man for the hospital.
All right, George, that's it for today. All right, so juries, we are going to.
We literally have only one day left, and that's closing arguments, but I'm going to do those tomorrow. We done made it through day 29. I need to fix this. We done made it through day 29, so we'll do day 30 tomorrow. No, y'all, remember I'm ending the stream after this one. I'm ending the stream after this one. But do y'all want to do TikTok, or you want me to stay on YouTube? It's been a long time. Key, you know, when you said that, I'm thinking about Back to the Basics by Yo Gotti. No, I'm stay here. Okay, so I gotta get off. Okay, y'all, I'm finna get off. Okay, y'all, I'm finna end the stream. And then I think I already made a link, so y'all will see that link. Bye, y'all.